Alright. I'm going to wait a few seconds, minutes, see if anyone hops on, and if not, I'm just going to start. I'm going to read as though I have people viewing, even though I don't, because consistency is key and excellence is what I'm about, so I'm just going to do it, and we'll see what happens. A few things I want everyone, all you people who are going to see this later, because joke's on you, but this lasts for 24 hours, so. But I want y'all to see that I got a lip, because I always have a lip. I always try the lip, because lipsticks and lip glosses are like my thing. I have this really nice mascara. If you can see my lashes looking bomb. I actually did my eyebrows for you people. I normally get them threaded, but I can't go anywhere to get them done, so I tried the best I can to tweeze them, because I actually don't know how to tweeze my eyebrows. So they look decent. Anyways, we're going to start. First things first, I want to... no one's here to answer me. But... no one's here to answer. I got one person. Hi. But Erykah Badu and Jill Scott are going to be doing a versus. I don't know about you, but I'm excited because I'm a huge Erykah fan. I'm a huge Jill Scott fan. And so I'm actually really hyped that they'll be doing a versus on May 9th. So I just want to put that out there. But I'm going to start reading the poems. Again, there are a few rules for those of you who did not join us yesterday. The rules are: have patience with me, be patient with me. Number 2, forgive me in advance if I mispronounce a name or a word. Number 3, if you hear something that you really, really, really liked, make sure you leave the fire emoji in the comments. Let people know you like it. Number 4 is if you hear something that resonates with you, that you self-identify with, or you just feel from the bottom of your soul, leave the fist sign. The 5th thing is if you really, really like something, make sure you tell that specific artist that you liked it. Yeah, let them know how you felt about it, how it made you feel. Let them know. Give them their flowers while they can smell them. So just slide in their DMs. Yeah. And the last thing is we're just going to vibe, and I'm going to entertain you or myself, and you going to listen eventually, because this lasts for 24 hours. All right. We're going to do this. Make sure you have water. Water is important. It's important that we stay hydrated. So make sure you have your water with you. Get your water. All right, we're going to do this. I'm starting first. I do not have this person, and I'm going to, I don't want to self-identify anyone, so I will not say he or she. I will try my best to acknowledge that. I just forget sometimes. So I'll say they and them and theirs. I hope that's okay. I just want to respect the people. So first is Christy Sproul. This person does not have an Instagram handle on here that I know, and I actually do not know this person. So we're going to start. I'm, again, just going to do the best I can. I always get so nervous doing this. If you're just joining us, grab your water, because we got to stay hydrated. And just because we ain't outside in the heat don't mean we shouldn't be drinking water. Okay. How many cups of water have you had today? That's a great question. How many cups of water have you had today? I use mason jars or jars. So this is like my 3rd one. So that's like 6 cups. But how many cups of water have you had today? Drink your water. All right, Christy Sproul. Oh, Christy is a blog team member. Cause she is the truth. Cause she is the truth. So she does identify as she. Okay. So Christy Sproul. We need to step in the right direction. This world is due for a blessing, like the calm of the spring sky. The world needs some me time. Through the acts of bettered self-care and self-love behavior patterns, we can see a world filled with individuals who value their role in the community, Let's try that again. We can see a world filled with individuals who value their role in the community. I'm at my personal best whenever I feel good inside. Even in the pitch of the nights, I find the parts of life that bring me peace, love, respect, and empathy. I withstand from giving out a piece of my mind because I remember times when I was down on my luck. Pantry empty, months since I made enough. So I've learned to project the life I want to lead instead of the horrors battled currently. Whenever I see a mountain of things piling up or I cross paths with someone down on their luck, my goal is to show love, to give respect. We live in a world where life moves faster than you expect, and sometimes the less fortunate get left out or left behind the rest. Trial and error builds character, as the lessons learned from losses lead you to better decisions, but no one should have to go at this alone. Some too afraid to ask for help, others too selfish to offer, and growing up, most of us were taught to work hard, compete, and to never give up. But in order to win, someone has to lose. And no one keeps tracks of the dreams killed in the process. We need a world that is more empathetic, more connected than conflicted. A world with more understanding as tradition. Because we all have stories and pasts. But to situate a better future for everyone, it'll take more than a to-do for self mentality. It will take humans who recognize their value and the value of others, all working for humanity in a way that's new and inclusive, so that we build bridges where the youth live. Let the change start where you live. And that's that piece. I really felt that. I know what it's like to look in my pantry and be like, dang, again? I ain't been paid yet? Okay, this one is by Hannah Still. I believe is how to pronounce the name, Hannah Still. What the World Needs is the title of the poem. Or piece. I'm not sure if it's a short story yet. It looks like it's in poem stanza though. Alright. In these trying times, people need to start trying to see eye to eye instead of going head to head. So often, but wonder why nothing gets... Hold on. Let me retry that. The stanza confused me. In these trying times, people need to start trying to see eye to eye instead of going head to head. So often, but wonder why nothing gets resolved. No one knows how to listen. The world needs for people to stop thinking that they know what the world needs. Because people who think that they know it all don't really know shit. More than anything else, we need to slow down and listen. Too many people are too busy trying to prove to other people that they know the answers, but aren't posing new answers to questions centuries old but never answered. Shut up and listen. Some of the best lessons are learned in silence. If you tried hard enough, you can hear it. You may think you know the answer, but someone else's truth leads them to a different answer. Instead of compromise, you choose fight. Too stubborn to budge, too ignorant to see that part of the problem is you. What we need to do is get humble and listen. I won't pretend that I know how to solve the world's problems, because if it were that simple, they would have been solved by Martin or all the other martyrs remembered and forgotten. We've been here before. The most recycled thing on earth is conflict. Same track as fourscore, but we think we know how to solve it. Problem is, we don't know how to listen. All we know how to do is fight and defend. But you can't find peace through conflict. You can't kill people to love you and expect some open arms. You'll get your arms, they'll just be the ones they're armed with. You can't drive away the problems. Global warming speeding up. You try to win this race by running, and we won't find the keys to solve it. That was What the World Needs by Hannah Still. And that is their Instagram handle. Okay, this next one does not have a... What's up, y'all? Thank y'all for joining. What's up, what's up, what's up? Do y'all like my lipstick? It's from ColourPop. It's one of my favorite lipsticks. I just really wanted y'all to see it. Okay, moving on. This one is from Louis Santana, which I know who Louis Santana is. I do not know their hashtag. His hashtag. I think I know who this is. But Louis Santana. I mean, not hashtag. Their handle, the Instagram handle. I don't know the Instagram handle. But this is that poem. You can feel it in the air inside the initial moments as you wake. The strength to rise above yesterday. But are you human enough to break? A superhero in your own light, a champ of your own story, the strength to move mountains, but is that enough strength to hold out belief for me? We know this is a marathon, but would you run blindfolded with no time quota or promises of medals that are golden? That is what it's like for all of us. Our nest broke and we learned to fly by force. When they pass you the baton on your blind marathon, I hope you hold it like a torch. The world's changing. The play calls, need more love in the huddle. The world needs to know that there's light at the end of the tunnel. That was good. Are you human enough to break? That was really good. That was really good. Yeah. I want to share something with y'all, but I'm going to wait. Okay? I got something for y'all. But I'm going to wait. I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to share it. That was Louis Santana. Okay, this one is Musical Mentality. And this is by Skylar M. Osuna. Musical Mentality. I hope... I mean, she may sing in this. I don't sing. She does not have on here telling me when or where to sing. So I'm not going to sing. I'm going to speak this to the best of my ability is what I'm going to do. All right? Okay. And I actually do not know who Skylar is. So I'm not even... Unfortunately, I don't know who that is. I am contemplating a confession that has been long in waiting. But it's truly hard to wonder if my words would be worth the time or only be wasting someone else's time. I am willing to face my self-afflicted crime. As I slowly work on myself with every stated rhyme, and my music is the part of my life that has my sole devotion, in which the conceptual reality is willing to allow me to express my wild and free emotion. But I'm still caged. Every time that I have played, every time that I've stepped up to be fully engaged, there's that one voice of doubt that will replay on its abusive loop and bout. That anything I've done will never justify my presence on stage and confidence about all the wrong notes, all the bad vocal changes. And don't get me started on my terrible lyrical exchanges. Yet beyond all of this, I fight with all my psychological might to maintain my artistic sight. That every day I play and sing to progress for my future performance and my eventual musical flight. Am I rapping? It can definitely just be my lips and my gums flapping. But at least my mind isn't stuck stacking all the negative self-deprivation with mental self-trashing. I still have an inner glow as I work on my constant fluent lyrical flow. And when I finally just let my mind go, it feels as if I finally opened up my brain's dew. With my baby, I am gentle. All my love for her is within my immediate mental. The one thing I want to do in a day is play. Something that will be wholly sentimental. I'm pulling her out, son. My beautiful bass clarinet for my justified fun. And play a few notes on the run. Outside under the warm beaming sun. I let the notes out and trail. Even when I run through a simple scale. One day I'll play a tune and tell my lifelong tale. With my calm feelings light as a breeze. I get intimate with the touch and feel her smooth metal keys. Her beautiful black physique carries her rich tones, and I can hear her ever plea to blow through her fragile reed, to fulfill hers and mine similar needs, to forever go on planting new musical seeds. As I carry forward her sound through her curvy, gleaming bell, she sounds better than just a simple well. If music had a true scent, it would be my favorite smell. But I hope that everyone I can please in the attempt to make someone else's day better, even if they're overseas. When I post a video that makes it look like I can play her with a subtle ease, though inside I know I played hundreds of times to get the best take, then posted on the go, praying for a better take every time until I finally say, that's the one, bro. Because it's hard. To be a musician does not come with any easy card. This life is often formed from the past that has more than left you scarred. It comes with a promise to yourself to make this a desired passion, for we do this for everyone else, second with no dissatisfaction. Sometimes as a lonely distraction, we do this for us, and we do it with compassion, for our beautiful release and our desired satisfaction. One day when we have the time, we can perform it for you with fashion, our beautiful musical attraction. We love the music and soul that we put into it. We are truly blessed with our beautiful ability to actively go forward and use it. And in the end, we have the desire to pursue it in the hopes that our legacy may forever be attached to it. And that's that poem. That was beautiful. That was a really good poem. One thing, so I'm not a poet, right? I am a choreographer, I am a dancer, and I do I consider myself a storyteller because I love to share stories and tell stories through dance, and then through speaking. I am a great speaker. I can enunciate. I can get a crowd going, but I wouldn't consider myself a poet. I very vaguely, for a short amount of time, did consider myself a poet, but that was more for pressure because I had this whole conversation with someone who's like, you should be like sharing more, right, as a poet. Anyways, all that to say is that one thing I find interesting is finding your breath, right? So when you're reciting a poem, when you're publicly speaking like I do quite often, and even when I'm dancing, there's little spaces in between where you're supposed to find your breath. And one thing that I am enjoying the difficulty in is that because I do not know these poems, right? Like I've never heard these poems read. A lot of them, the way they were delivered onto the submission page, did not keep its original stanza. So there are like some like differences. And so I'm not even sure, where the breath work is, where and what areas I'm supposed to breathe and what areas do I have time to look, right? Because I am a performer, so as a performer, I do want to engage, right? I don't want to just stare at my computer, I want to engage. Anyways, all that is to say that I'm enjoying this. It's interesting. And I'm also interested to see, as you performers, whether you sing or even as, this poem talked about a musician, how do you find your breath? When and what areas do you normally seek a breath? Is there a specific time you take a pause? Again, in dance, it's normally in the smaller things. So if we're dancing hard, going hard, and it's in the small, subtle things that we're like, okay, I can breathe. Anyway, it's just something I was thinking of. Get some water. This is the time we all get water, so grab a drink of water. You gotta stay hydrated. My skin has been popping during this because I've been staying hydrated. I'm just letting you know. So, this next one is entitled She and I by Kayla Green. And Kayla Green is also not, I'm unsure and unaware of her handle name. So, if someone knows her handle name, please share it. But this is by Kayla Green. Okay. She cannot articulate the words to express the pain that she clung onto so dear, that was accompanied by such an ironic companion: isolation. The pain was the only concrete truth in her abstract, elusive world, heavily coated by sweet, sweet lies. The pain reminded her what she felt. I'm sorry, let me read that again. The pain reminded her that what she felt was a stroke of concentrated passion in such a passive world. What she would give to show him everything that doesn't meet the eye. May that be enough. Let me read that again. I didn't like how I said that. What she would give to show him everything that doesn't meet the eye, may that be enough. The words exchanged, carried by mind away into a far-off universe where you and I embrace, where we both understood the misconceptions that plague the hearts of souls lost in their own massive voids, where you could see all of the chaos unravel from inside of me, my secret place where I offer the deepest depths of me and let down a wall never once guarded or protected, a wondrous abyss of truth and reason, depths no trespasser had ever ventured. I was yours, you were never mine. Ooh, I was yours, yet you were never mine. I feel that. I feel that. You were never mine. But I will never forget what it felt to be in such a presence. The taste of euphoria when you graced me with your availability. What a sight to see as the dawn breaks. A beautiful broken soul that I would sacrifice anything for. What an ache to endure for such slight moments of gratification. He was not the only delinquent. What a travesty to see the scattered remains of a kind, foolish lover who sought out to unrelentingly love fractured things. What a heavy heart that withered in self-inflicted pain. Yet her circumstances produced the same dead harvest. No matter how much life she sowed into the fields whimsically salted by those who claimed her as dearest, her world didn't deserve to truly cherish her. That one hit right here. That hit right here. That was good. Her @name is the poet Kayla. Kaylee. Sorry. On here it says Kayla, but it might be Kaylee. Or maybe, my name isn't spelled correctly on my, I don't know. But that is her @name. I want to give a little shout out real quick to Dom. We can do through these pretty well. But I want to give a shout out to Am Root. Because these poets, some of them do not have their handle on here, the Instagram handle. And Am Root has been doing such a good job. If you scroll on up and see that he has literally put everyone's @ on there. So that either is telling me that he A, is just doing well, or B, it's telling me that he truly cares about the people he serves and he knows who his people is. And so I appreciate that. That makes my heart happy to see you showing up for us. Like, thank you. I got to give my flowers while you can smell them. You know what I'm saying? I'm a huge encourager, so I try to encourage people when I can. Okay. This one, there is no name. I'm sorry. Oh, yes, there is. So it's Gone. The title is Gone, Not Forgotten. And the author is Sparky. So Sparky is the author. Okay. And thank you, Brandon, Wavy B, for rocking with us as long as you have in this little session. I appreciate you. All right. Gone, Not Forgotten by Sparky. Gone, not forgotten. I am the mother of your first great-grandbaby. But now I'm consumed by the what-ifs and maybes. The loss I feel is like a disease. My brain's gotta have scabies. The thoughts keep picking at me. I'ma spark me a blunt, cloud the whole sky so no one can see me cry. You were just living to fight, trying to get by. You were done fighting to live. Somebody tell me why. Life's got to be a battle and then we die. You were our family backbone. Now that you're gone, we can't stand. Your heart is my home and I'll always love you, Graham. I don't think I did this one justice. I am really sorry because I think it was maybe a little more soft than I read it. But she loves her Graham. The next one is Michaela Nunn. Again, there's no Instagram handle. Michaela Nunn. It's already 2:34. My goodness. I didn't realize the time. Where'd the time go? Michaela Nunn. I kept saying Michaela Nunn. Okay. How can I succeed in a community filled with poverty? with these thoughts and voices in my head attacking me. I take a hit, just one, so I could see the sun. Sometimes I hope for this life to be done. And matter of fact, hand me the gun. But wait, can I still go to heaven if I kill myself? Thinking of those that I hold dear, who would only feel despair if I were to end it here. Can I still go to heaven if I kill myself? What will they think? Will they say that I was weak, thinking of everything I fear? I know my time cannot end here. These thoughts and voices in my head attacking me are just distracting me from becoming who I was meant to be. A queen with good energy who hears her scars. Let me run that back. A queen with good energy who wears her scars as if they were an accessory. I hope if you step to me, you will see that this is my second chance and it will not be the death of me. Vanilla Lungs. Thank you, Vanilla Lungs, for sharing that. I appreciate it. And I'm glad that it will not be the death of you. I'm glad that you pushing forward. Even if it maybe was just a poem and you actually, weren't literal, I literally am thankful that you're still here. J, fresh starts and second chances. Again, no handle, but it's J, J-A-E specifically. Fresh starts and second chances. I gotta get my comfortable. Fear led me here. Hold on, that wasn't strong enough. Hold on, run that back. Okay. Fear led me here. A place to explore, not to be ignored, possibly endured, but rest assured there's a purpose. Tired of a world on repeat, there has got to be something different for me. Fresh as morning dew. Or that time I was so into you. I'm in search of something new. Possibly a mistake, but I am willing to take the risk because the alternative is the kiss of death. Stuck in the mundane, this decision weighs heavily on my brain, but I can do it because I have been there through it before. A lifetime of blessings paired nicely with lessons has prepared my palate to weather this storm of doubt. Cloudy days may come, but that will become is far greater than what was or is. New places replace familiar faces. A million take-twos are now ahead of you. Opportunity knocks, but is anyone home? Take the vacation and sidestep acclamation, for you will find salvation in every mistake you make, because it will lead you to freedom. And I'm sure you would like to meet him. Tall, dark, and handsome, don't label him random, for he is here to collect the ransom, then set you free. And just like the proverbial flow, he will ultimately let you go wherever you would like. So take flight. And with that one last kiss, forgive yourself. Take the risk. Close your eyes and make a wish, and then step into your destiny. So that's that right there. J. You know what I was thinking as I was reading this? I was thinking of a few things. I don't remember the first thing I was thinking. The second thing I was thinking, though, I do remember. I was thinking, how many of y'all, the four of you, or whoever's listening, watching, whatever, and whoever's going to see this, right, because it's up for 24 hours, how many of y'all have heard these poems I'm reading and like, I done heard this. That don't sound the same. I'm doing the best I can, people. But again, thank you for rocking with me all this time, all this far. Your girl appreciates it. These are pretty short poems. They're both by Stephen Patrick O'Brien. So I don't know his... Thanks for laughing. I appreciate that. I don't know his Instagram handle, but Stephen Patrick O'Brien. But I bet Dom knows, so we're just going to be patient. He going to drop it. Watch, because he knows. Okay. Like I said, they're super short. And they also have no titles. And I actually don't think they're supposed to be together. I think they are supposed to be two separate poems. But we only have a few more, so thanks for rocking with me. We're almost done. All right. I like the way you open me all the way to the artery. It's as if you cut me to pieces and made yourself a part of me, stitching sutures sewing yourself in the little bits and pieces never far from me, filling all the hollow voids and gaps, sinking deep into the very heart of me. Black waves crash around your smile, but I'll never let you drown. There's no safer place than my arms. I will never put you down. So don't be scared to say that you've never felt like this. I won't lie to you. I've been waiting for your kiss. That was Steven. As I was reading this, you know what I thought? I know I said I'd keep my comments to a minimum, but we're going to comment. Guys, I hate when people touch me unless I let you in. Like, unless I give you permission to touch me, right? But I touch. I give love by touching people. Since in quarantine, my roommate has hugged me one time because she hates touching people. She hates when people touch her. Guys, I have not been touched. And I don't mean in a, like, sexual type of way. Like, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, like, Niamey's love language is touch. And ain't nobody hugging me. Ain't nobody, like, physically touching me. And I feel all types of way. Like, I really was like, can I hug myself? How many of y'all have actually hugged someone since this quarantine? Let's be real with ourselves. You probably have. Or maybe you have. I don't know what you're doing at home. But, like, I haven't. So I'm just like, what do I do? So I've literally been hugging myself. It doesn't feel the same. But it does make me feel a little better. But anyways, I just wanted to share that with y'all. Okay, next poem is Travis White, who is someone who is on the I Am Root team. Oh, we have like 4 poems left. I hug you then. This is my hug to you. For real, like I want to pretend I'm hugging you. I can't even take myself seriously, but I'm being serious. I'm being for real. Okay, pretend I'm hugging you. Like, isn't that crazy? And I've always known it's important to me, but I didn't know how important until this whole lockdown. I'm like, what? When I go visit my parents, they don't even hug me. I'm like, someone. Okay. And I'm single too. So it's not like I got some man over here visiting me, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I really ain't got nobody hugging me. Anyways, I don't know why I said that, but I said it. Okay, so Travis White, Ezra Pound said, don't abstract. That is the title. Ezra Pound said, don't abstract. I'm like trying to imagine how Travis would do this, because I actually know Travis. I'm not going to be able to do him justice. Thursdays are a great day to start a story. So this one begins on a Monday. You see, chaos and confusion are fucking with you. Dinosaurs roam widely in the imagination of man. Green, red, some big, some terrifying. As we progress through the week Wednesday, forgetting about Tuesday, we take a moment. Life is this easy. Or hard. Or more. Anyway, you can shake... let's try that again. Or hard. Or more. Any way you can shake a stick at it. There's always someone shaking a stick. She's like a Pandora has a bottle. Or a box, depending on how you want to tell the story. Getting the lesson of this poem is how she can go home. Nothing came first, expect it did. Meaning ran away, and Frank Ocean said we found out. Life is precious. If we found out, we found out. Thursdays are a great day to start a story, so this one ends on a Friday. You see, chaos and confusion are fucking with you. Dinosaurs roam widely in the imagination of man. That's that poem. That's that piece from Travis White. Dom, he said, look, I don't know their IG, but I'm going to give you their Facebook. You going to find a way to appreciate somebody. I like that. Thank you, Dom. Thank you. That was Travis White. Like I said, I know him in person, so I know I didn't do him injustice. And I bet all of you guys know who this person is, and I didn't do him justice. But Travis White, thank you for trusting me enough to send this to me. Because you didn't personally send it, but you know what I mean. Anyways, well, you did personally send it, but to Dom, not to me. That's okay. Anyways, I actually have a question real quick. What do you mean you've been trying to practice social distancing, but you haven't because it's hard? What have you been doing? Like, you've been hanging out. And this, let me fix my face. This is a non-judgmental question. This is falling. I'm just trying to understand, Like, everything is closed. What else you been doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what have you really been doing? And yeah, self-discovery it's been real. Y'all, I done cried way too many times realizing about myself. Like, that's why I do that. Okay. This is another one by Travis White. Message to Man and Ode to Feminism. The appreciation of women only happens by structuring the environment in a way they agree with. Herein this lies the crux of modern madness. See, I've looked at history deep, read the books and the secrets they keep, and what I have to say is women have not been heard. There have only been 100 years of women being able to vote. Yes, in this 100th year of inclusion, I ask you to think of what period of history was female friendly. Men, we are nothing but dirty, rotten sons of daughters. We have all disrespected our mothers and sisters. What do you think rape means? It was not rows of women rolling into cities. They rebuild our homes and families after every war, but never our societies. If it hasn't not been our hand at their throats, whose hand has it been? Then whose hand has it been? What horrible protectors what? We all know how to listen to them. How else did we learn to talk? What then did we forget to hear? What are they saying? Or learn the basic truth that the human struggle has been to get women to safety. And now that we are here, what is the only thing that dangerous to them? What is the only thing dangerous to them? I'm doing a terrible job at reading this. Give me one more second. I'm going to go back. Or learn the basic truth that the human struggle has been to get women to safety. And now that we are here, what is the only thing dangerous to them? Negativity aside, we have done well to create this platform called The Future, and we have done well in the direction of inclusion, but the reason why our relationships are failing in this generation is because we are too smart to be able to understand this poem for what it is, an apology. And a reminder that the goal always was to make the deep sacrifice, which is for now, listen and act accordingly. So, that was Travis White. I have one more from Travis White. Where do you work? That's interesting. I mean, that makes sense. Thank you for working. I appreciate it. Thank you for keeping the economy going as the rest of us are privileged, working at the crib. Y'all, I got accepted my loan, whatever, the SBA. The PPP, Payment Protection Program. I was accepted. So thank the Lord, I got some money for the month. And then we're going to have to see what next month looks like. But I was able to pay my bills. It was such a blessing. Okay. Travis White 3. Oh, then you're definitely an essential worker. Thank you for working. You're like doing some important things. You're not just, there's some, everyone who's working is important. Let me not say, I don't want to minimize anyone, even if it's like them working because their company doesn't want them to work. If you are taking the time to go out and work, like, that's important. So, and thank you for the congrats. I appreciate it. Yeah, the world stopped moving, right, because of a pandemic. But again, the world doesn't stop moving, because even in that, bills are due. And even though they give you we'll give you an extension, we'll give you 12 days to pay it, like, you still have to pay it. It's still there. It's not like they're forgetting a whole month, But that's neither here nor there. Let me not get started on how I feel about stuff like that. 3 by Travis White. As the acceleration of history begins to double in complexity and the intervals become noticeable during a single lifetime, we will see civil unrest become the new paradigm. And as a shift begins to happen and you, like them, are fed up, the question is begged. What is there to do about it? The only thing that can ever be done in order to fix the problems of the world, you have to fix yourself. Bullshit if you think you are perfect. And even though they weren't, measure yourself against Moses, Jesus, or Muhammad. Ask yourself if you ever considered giving it up like Buddha, or showing the intestinal fortitude the women of the suffrage movement. Don't get down on yourself. It's not about being them. It's about being yourself. I can't say this word. Not not in a hedonistic way, but in a religious, divine, alchemical way. Not in a hedonistic way, but in a religious, divine, alchemical way. And it starts with love. From there, you can build the integrity to resist the things you know you should, so you can see through the accelerating chaos, grasp what the aforementioned heroes knew. That inward transformation is humanity's greatest virtue. How awesome is that? To become the most powerful person, you simply have to love as much as you can. That's dope. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad. That one was a little hard for me to read. I'm like, I don't know what this word is. They're not even like difficult words. They're not words I use. So I was a little confused and conflicted. Okay, I have 2 more poems. Dom, are you working right now? Are you free? Because the last 2 poems are yours. And so my thought is, why don't you just hop on with me and you read yours yourself? How you feel? How do we feel about that if Dom was to do that? If he's available. I don't know if he's working, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what he's doing in this moment. I don't even know if he's still on here. He might not be. He might be gone. What are your thoughts, Dom? I don't mean to rush you either, but I would need to know in the next minute, because we've already been on here for quite a bit. So, he's not answering. How would y'all feel if Dom read his own poem himself? Right? Wouldn't that just be magical? That's just me. Okay, well, while we're waiting, make sure y'all get y'all water, right? Hydrate yourselves. Drink your water. He's not saying anything. Dom. He's still on here. I think he's at work, though. Okay, I'm going to read this one for him. Hopefully by the time I'm done with this one, he'll answer where he could read the second one. The second one's magic. So I'll do Emerge. The second one is magic. You missed it. Dom, do you want to read? Can you read yours? Are you available? Are you free? Are you because I know you're working, but are you available to read your poems? I could literally slide you in right now. We could for real do this. It could be a whole party. What are your thoughts, man? Come on. We still just waiting. No? Okay. I'm gonna read this one and then you can do magic. I hope that's a deal. Lock it in the pocket. Okay. So this is Emerge by Am Root, read by Niamey, Alexandria Thomas. Oh, he can't. Okay, so he can't do it anyways. All right, that's okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get to it. I know you have all heard these poems probably, so obviously I am no Am Root. This one's a little more difficult for me because I actually know this dude, you know what I'm saying? Okay. The length of a day wears on... Hold on. Business. The length of a day wears on me most when the sun hides behind the clouds. Perspective. Shift with... Oh, they're new, no pressure. Oh, so no one's heard them. Oh, okay. So that makes me feel a little better, to be honest with you. To be so honest with you. Okay. You do great with adding commas and stuff, so we'll see what happens. The length of a day wears on me most when the sun hides behind the clouds. Perspectives. Shift with time and experience. More dawns, more dusks, more chances to get it right. In the pit of silence, I am at war with two things. The first is my expectations from myself. And the second is what I can produce. My heart is full of love and aspiration. I am eager for new opportunities, but I'm focused and I'm patient. There's something to be said for the work I put in and to get here. Much of that was fueled from not really having anything at all. So from the perspective of struggle, I form my dreams, my path, and set out to chase it. On the other side of this is the battle of durability. I used to pray to God for more opportunities to come my way, and when things started rolling in, I need to have a seat and have a real conversation with myself. Was I writing checks that I couldn't cash? Are the ways unto which I've made myself available doing ad hoc things in support of my passion still fulfilling, even if I am not technically doing the things that I am passionate about? Better yet, the real question I had to address was, have I stretched myself thin, wearing multiple hats? It was rough coming back from thinking that a creative funk was somehow a sign that I needed to quit. Days, weeks, months passed, and I am stuck in a silence, trying to find my voice. Something real enough, something thoughtful enough, something timeless. We've all been through a lot. Through the pain, we found a spark. And I am blessed that we are a long ways from the days of getting dressed in the dark. And so now, because of what I've overcome, I'm expected to run it up and go crazy in a good way. But my reality requires a bit more patience. I'm still much closer to the start of my journey than I am to the end of it. Forging new paths, reinforcing old ones, going back for others. I've had to do it along the way. What I can produce will have to work for where I am today. As long as I'm making real progress, I can't let things like ego and expectations get in the way. I did all right. That was a good poem, though. This part, where is it? Dang. There's a part that made me think. I don't even know where it is. But from thinking that a creative funk was somehow a sign that I needed to quit. I've been there, right? As a dancer, where like anytime I'm choreographing a move, it's literally the same move I did in the other 3 songs. And it's like, I can't come up with anything more. So sometimes I think like, is it time to retire? And I'm like, my resume, first off, ain't that great to be trying to retire or nothing. But at the end of the day, I really think, and the other thing that hit me is that something timeless. I think we're all really just trying to be timeless. Like, I really, truly believe that we as people, we're really trying to become legends. And I think we get so caught up trying to become a legend that we miss the moments, that we miss being present in the moment here, that we miss the people that we can impact here and now, trying to have our legacy outlive us. Our legacy will always outlive us within people. It may not be a whole world societal things. We may not be the next Kobe Bryant where it reaches the whole world, but our legacy will impact someone, even if it's just one world. And so being able to accept that I will always be timeless. It might just be within this small group instead of on this larger scale. So that one really hit me. Okay, this last poem, and this is the last one. I'm really shocked that I got through all of them. I honestly thought we was going to have to do a third day. I was like, I don't know if the people going to want this. But this one is Magic by Am Root. Okay. I consume and project all that is around me in search of a solution or some kind of message I can give profoundly, sounding off on the issues and bothers and the way I see it now. We have to connect to go further. I can't take my sword and Wu-Tang every troll when there's a much bigger premise to a narrative that's getting old. And deep down, we all know what to say. But what makes us bite our tongues leaves room for the hate so great. Most of us probably stay in the house silently working all alone. We got shit to figure out on YouTube and forums, studying who we trying to be in hopes to build a business model that we can test on the homies. Well, you can do that, or you can do both by working on yourself. Just write collab in the notes, then bring it all together. Next class of young goats who connect to make magic. And when the cycle is continued, we all ready for action. So, how good would that be? For you to build where you sleep and every day you wake up. To goals marked complete. Tell me, how would that feel? probably like Magic, with Kareem or Kobe and Phil, or with LeBron made the move that put him, or when LeBron made that move that put him over the hill, where collaboration meets passion. Let's make that magic and build. While y'all still listening to me, you should go connect in the field. And I was just talking about Kobe Bryant, so that's funny that he mentioned him. But that is the last poem. Woo! 2 days. That's the last poem. I want to thank you all for joining me in this. If you listened yesterday, if you listened today, I hope you're all doing well. If you, I don't know, this is just something I'm doing, but if you want to connect, if you want to share more poetry, please share it with us. I think what I want to try to do, I think it would be dope if we could, and I don't know if it's going to start next week or maybe the week after, but I would love to go live with different people and let them read their poetry aloud. I enjoyed reading y'all poetry. I appreciate you guys letting me use my voice to share and amplify your words, but I think it's important if we share your voice. And so, if you have something that you really want to share, you can slide in the Am Root Co DM and let them know. Just don't share it with us yet. Just let us know, hey, I would love to go live and share a poem with Niamey. We could do it. We can make it happen. I think that would be really dope. Letting your voices be heard and just sharing some of you. So please let us know if that's something you're interested in. You can share this with your friends. Let your friends know. So if they're interested in, they can also be a part of this. Again, I want to thank you all for letting me take up your time for the past month. Really, y'all been rocking with me for a whole month. Y'all ain't tired of me yet? Because man, I live with myself, so I'll be tired of myself sometimes. But thank you again for being on here. Thank you, Dom, for always allowing us a platform, for giving us a platform to share our voices and to be heard and to not to be silent, for us to be courageous and bold within our arts and within ourselves. If you guys are interested in donating, because again, we are a business, and so we are here to, specifically throughout this COVID-19, where we're trying to be adaptable and figure out different ways to sustain ourselves as an organization. If you're looking to donate, you can donate. You can cash app us at Am Root LLC is our cash app. The money sign. Don't forget the money sign. Am Root LLC. I can write it on here. Y'all just real close to my face. Y'all okay with being this close to my face? It's a good face, ain't it? Like I said, I'm single, so if no, I'm just kidding. Please, I'm just kidding. I'm really not looking for anyone. I Am Root LLC. Oh, he beat me to it. I said cash. It's supposed to say cash app. Okay. If you are looking and interested in, you can also go on our website, iamrootco.com, and you could donate through there as well. So that's another option for you if you're interested. I just want to say this now also. Erykah Badu and Jill Scott will be going live on May 9th. They're going to do a little verses. I don't know how you feel about them, but I love them. So if you're going to be like me, maybe I'll see you, on the live. Maybe I'll see like your name pop up somewhere. I don't know. I'm just talking now. But I'm going to let y'all go. Again, if you want to donate, please do so. Support your small businesses. Support. I'm big on supporting small businesses. I gave up a lot of things that I no longer purchase from large corporations because I know the small businesses need my money. And this was actually before COVID-19. This was like in September. So I'm not shaming you if you want to buy like big corporate stuff. Like, nah, that's your business. Do what you do. However, support us local folk. Support the small businesses. I'm kind of just staring at myself because my eyebrows look really good because I plucked them today. Anyways, bye guys. Thanks. Love you. Appreciate you.